And Martinez writes, "Hey everyone, my name is Jason. Started watching the show 4 months ago thanks to running into a random Jedi Council episode on YouTube, but I'm emailing you today about Doctor Strange and the great potential it has. To me, they have a phenomenal cast for the film so far from the cast we know of, but just seems like Marvel didn't get the right director or group of writers for the film. Most have all worked on the same movies that weren't all that good, so I was just wondering how y'all felt about this."
I think they got the perfect director for it. I'll be honest with Scott Derrickson. I think this guy knows how to leverage mood. He knows how to leverage atmosphere. He knows how to elicit that odd and eerie kind of creepiness. And that is something that lately, especially, not just lately, but all time, has not been a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe on that level. You need to bring in somebody with horror sensibilities to do that. And if you've seen The Exorcism of Emily Rose,
yes,
you know he can deliver, and he can deliver well. Look, the first Sinister film, that was a film that before the third act, which kind of unraveled, I think that was script issues, but that first 2 acts I thought was creepy and tense, and they did it really, really well. And he did it kind of within a PG-13 kind of framework, which you also got to be able to do with Doctor Strange. So I'm telling you, me personally, I think it was the right choice working with a guy like Kevin Feige, because who would have thought Peyton Reed for Ant-Man? Who would have thought the Russo brothers for Captain America, Winter Soldier? But they were the guys bringing the right sensibilities that, working in conjunction with a Kevin Feige, could really bring that out and nail it. And I think Scott Derrickson's the right guy for it. Anyway, Schnepp, your thoughts on that?
I agree. I think it's seeing the possibilities within the talent inherent within the writers or directors. It's not necessarily the guy who wrote Sinister is the same guy. There is the writer-director team of Sinister are the guys who are doing Doctor Strange, and I think they did a great job, especially with the first 2/3 of Sinister. I agree. But those guys are nerds, and I think when they, it's not like Kevin Feige just picked those 2 randomly. There's a whole bunch of other people who are going for the job. He's meeting with a ton of different people. Something about that team when they came in and they had a sweaty love for Doctor Strange. I'm sure they sold him on the ability of we could do this, and this is how I'd play this. Or you're pitching the producer when you're going in for a job as a director. That's how it works. You're because they're look, I saw 10 other people who are in your same category. What are you going to do different? What would you add? What would you bring to the character? Why should I hire you? And you're basically I'm batting. Here I go. Kunk. Those guys hit a home run with Kevin Feige. That's why they got a cast. Just like you see the cast is cast where Benedict Cumberbatch, the whole cast is incredible, all the way down to Mads Mikkelsen. I think he probably did the right thing with casting these guys as the writer and director. I think they knew the Doctor Strange character. They're going to bring that element that he was looking for, something that was in the horror realm, but also something that can transform past the horror realm and be not just a superhero film, but a horror film as well. So I think it's a good cast.
And a little bit of self-correction here. Sinister, the original Sinister, was indeed rated R. So I said it was rated PG-13. Rated R. Felt like it could have been rated PG-13, though, when I really think about it.
Yeah, until the end when it was just, the Crow's unemployed brother sneaking in and, hanging out with kids. Like Robert De Niro probably would. I mean, look, you got to remember, too, once those guys went in with a pitch and once they got the job, it's not like you're just sending them off to an island and being all right, go cook up your story. They're working within the structure and the framework of the Marvel story group, and so it's a sharing collective of ideas that very rarely has missed. I mean, I didn't love the end of Iron Man 3. Iron Man 2 is kind of a mess. Other than those, they do everything very, very well, and it's a nice way to bounce ideas off each other. Scott Derrickson is a guy who can affect your mood emotionally when you're seeing a movie, and that works so well with a horror film. I'm with you guys. I loved, especially the first 2/3 of Sinister, and if you can build up that mood, and then you have all this power from Marvel coming at you the last third of the movie, I think it's one of my most anticipated of the year. I cannot wait to see what they do with Doctor Strange. It's going to feel like a Marvel movie and at the same time feel totally new from all the stuff we've already seen.
Hey guys, if you like this clip, click here to watch the entire episode. Also, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel because it'll help you stay up to date with all the stuff we've got going on here at Collider.